Hey guys, coming on for the collective. So I went for a deck I don't typically go for, so my guess is this is gonna be a big old fat love reading. So if you're not wanting a love reading, get out while you can. Oh God, I can't let you go. I ran because I wasn't ready for you. Fuck. I want to hold you. Well, then why'd you run, bro? So this person clearly, something flipped, but it didn't come out. So this person clearly is a bag of dicks. Can't make up their mind. I'm afraid that I lost you forever. You know, people's growth, and when they come from a wounded place, you know, that's where they're making these decisions from. And if you can take the emotion out of it and step back for a second, you can realize how completely insane they look. You know, that they're like, I love you, I can't. That wanted to come out. It's always, you're always on my mind. It was trying to come out, but it didn't. So and then I get 12,000 cards. Well, that's too many. This is what I get for not taking the one that tried to flip out. Just the one, please. And then, okay, that did flip over. Okay, so I've got can't let you go. I ran because I wasn't ready for you. I want to hold you. I'm afraid that I've lost you forever. And I keep hoping to bump into you everywhere I go. Well, other than the fact that this person's a lunatic because they just are making all their decisions from their trauma and drama and wounding, clearly. But I'm in, I'm out, I'm in, I'm out. I love you, I ran. I don't know what to do. Let me just run into you. And then I didn't have to make the effort to make changes. Oh, wow. Okay, let's see. Let's get into it a little bit. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to just the collectives, there's just a lot of this that is yeah, well, so you're a huge, they really can't let you go, and they are really struggling with that right now. Actually, they're really struggling with that. They're having a hard time. They're having a hard time just okay. I thank you for all the cards that you've thrown everywhere. All right, let's try that again. So it's like 10 swords in their back, right? The fact that they made a mistake and let you go doesn't mean they actually can do it energetically, right? And I think you were very giving to them and really supportive. I don't think they ever felt that before. And so that's part of what made them run, is probably the way that you were able to love them. And I think they feel very stable with you, and that they really miss that energy. Because they view you as a, oh, this is okay. They view you as kind of their happily ever after. I don't think I think this is something they've just sort of come into with their, yeah, because now they're sitting in their feels. So they were impulsive. They had never had someone who loved them the way that you did, and which freaked them the fuck out. So then they ran away. But my guess is they're probably doing, like spying and all that shit too. They watch you from afar. And I think probably the peace you brought to them, probably the way that you loved, was they can't let go of that. And I think they're starting to realize why they ran. And now they're sitting in fear because they made such a stupid decision that now they're worried they lost you forever. So, and then they're just hoping that the universe will have you guys bump into each other, and then they don't actually have to put forward, the effort there. Because then, it's a happy accident rather than them having to be brave and step forward. So they're in the midst of realization and change. So they're starting to figure this out. But this looks like it's just shifted for them. Yeah. This isn't really the bottom of the deck. It's the top, but whatever. New beginnings though, and I think that's probably what their hope is. But again, they're still not to the point that they're charging. They want to run into you, not I'm coming for you, kind of a thing, and nothing's going to stop me. And that's a big deal when you're talking about energy. You guys also, aside from being in separation, you might also be, this guy was trying to come out as soon as I said it. Aside from being in separation, what I was going to say is that you guys also might be in no contact right now. Like, you're giving each other the silent treatment or whatever, and you are putting on poker faces, probably both of you. But I think now they are really in their feels. They are starting to figure this out. It takes a while, and it's the runner. It takes a while when after they've made these decisions, because they make them impulsively. Like, I'm not saying that sometimes it's out of nowhere, but usually they're sitting on those feelings because they can't quite put their finger on it, right? Something's off, something's wrong, and this is scary. This is what I know. So their fear kicks in, and then they run, and they'll come up with any type of excuse to run away from you. When they have been put in a position where it's out of their comfort zone, because a lot of times being loved wholly for who you are and feeling safe with someone, that's foreign to a lot of people, and especially people that have a lot of trauma or childhood wounds. That can feel dangerous for them. And so a lot of times then they run like a motherfucker, like they're just out of there. They are sprinting away from you. And that can take, this type of work and realization can take years. So I'm not sure on the timeline here with this, because I'm not seeing anything. This doesn't look like, this could have been a while ago. Like, this could have been something that happened a while ago, because from what I'm looking at, this could have been a long time ago. And now they're coming back around because they finally realized. And people have different growth rates too when they figure shit out, which is really frustrating, because you're like, really? Because you didn't know? How'd you not know? But they're so busy consumed by the fear, they can't look at it logically. So I think that they've had this shift. Their consciousness, their perception is changing of this. they've realized a lot of things. And yeah, you're their 10 of cups. So that's the realization right there, confirmation. So, and I think they just are, I still don't see on this where they're ready to charge though. So most likely if you guys do happen to run into each other, they're not going to have a good enough offer. They won't be prepared enough, and they probably will just try love bombing or flattering you, because that's their MO, looks like, and that's what they know. Because this is coming from, I caught those ones. They tried to fall and run away, but I got them, and that was too many. Can we just do like one at a time? Is that? Guess so. So I think that they might be approaching this in a good way, because they're doing it by trying to go within. So they may have gotten counseling. They may have sought other type of spiritual help. They may have started looking at tarot. They may have all kinds of things in order to find and help them with these answers, to answer, the fear that's just running through them. Running, sorry. But it looks like patience keeps coming up too. So, okay, that's come up several times. So I'm going to say that this has been a while. This is not something that just happened a couple weeks ago. So I think that you look like you're sitting in a pretty good spot. Well, I'm not going to argue with them. I'm just going to take them. Holy shit. Okay. So you do. Okay. This is a huge burden for them. They view you as kind of their happily ever after, their 10 of cups. I think they're in a rest period right now, really trying to go within. I also, to tie you into this, I'm not seeing another energy. Like, I don't see like third party energy coming up here. So if you do know that your person is maybe with someone right now, this probably isn't for you. So, and then you've got this, you are sitting kind of in resilience. You're sitting in some strength. And I think they're getting close to getting ready to charge, because they're really having a lot of clarity right now. And I think, yes, they're getting ready. They're getting ready to charge. They're not there yet, though. They're not there yet. There's still a lot of fear. But it's shifting enough. If you can hear my dog's chewing on a toy in the background, so if you hear random noises, it's her. So they are getting ready to charge, though. But I still don't think they're there yet. And like I said, they might come in with real flattery, love bombing type of thing. That's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a stable offer. And I see a lot of clarity coming through. I see that they're starting to get it. But this looks like it might not be. It could be by the time they get to the point they actually are ready to offer you, to actually give you a correct offer. They could have shifted into being in the correct energy. But right now, it still looks like, because there's so much fear over this. Also, to tie in, you might have more than one person interested in you. A couple of them might be a little more young or immature, or young energy wise, or you might just, or they might be coming in. So just a heads up. just a heads up for you. Something maybe headed your way. Okay, well, I gotta look somewhere because this is. And it just looks like, yeah, there's distance between you guys too. Yeah, so again, you're definitely in separation, obviously. And then this, I still feel like this was a while ago, and that they view you still, or have come into this as viewing you as your 10 of cups. It's well, only you. So I think they have realized it. Now they need to put action to it. But I don't think they're there yet because of the fear. Because that just keeps coming up. You probably had a glow up during this time too. You know, you've shifted. You've probably been working on yourself because you're sitting in, like I said, a really resilient type of energy. And I think you either have other interest or prospects coming in, or you think that they have other attachments, like third party. So just another thing to be tying you into this. But I mean, the clarity's there. They're realizing a lot, which is, I mean, let's be real. Shadow work is not always, you know, that fun, but necessary in order for us to grow, let go of things, and face what seems really scary. And I almost dropped my cards. All right, I want to clarify this. I want to clarify the clarity. I can't believe I just actually said that and then finished the sentence. But you know what I mean. This happened to me the other day, and my cards just didn't really want it. Okay, so like I said, the fear is really consuming them right now because they do want to come in because they have such clarity. But the problem is they're really feeling like they're going to get rejected by you. And I've got the divine feminine on the bottom of it. Yes, because they've had realizations. This is what I'm talking about. So, but they really are in fear still. They're not ready yet. So if you get an offer soonish, like the bumping in that we talked about to each other somewhere or whatever, I'm sure they'll arrange it, whatever. That's not going to be the kind of offer you deserve. They'll have to do better than that. And always remember, you can still be kind, and it doesn't look like you would be a shit to them, even if they went running away from you. It doesn't look like you would be mean to them if they approached you, even love bomby-ish. But you can be clear with them. Thanks for the offer, but this is not the type of this is not the type of offer I'm needing. This don't cut it, Chuck. Whoever Chuck is. So I just think that you're probably gonna be hearing from them soon, because it looks like they're really like, it's like bam, 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 bam. It's all coming. It's raining on them. Like all these realizations, all the epiphanies, everything is. So my guess is they're gonna charge. I just don't know that they will charge correctly yet. So, and you'll need to stay in your strength, and because they need to approach you with a correct offer, not a love bomby, just words type of offer. It needs to be real. It needs to be correct. They need to come correct. So brace yourself, my friend. It's probably coming in soon too. But again, it might be over the top love bomby-ish, and very almost impulsive coming in. So just beware of that. And okay, thank you. You saved the day. Well, on that note, my dogs are confirming. Just be careful. Be careful with this possible offer coming up. All right. Good luck. Stay strong. They need to come correct. And if it's all gooey and shit like that, that's not coming correct. Not yet. All right. I'll see you later.